योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजितात्मा जितेन्द्रियः सर्वभूतात्मभूतात्मा कुर्वन्नपि न लिप्यते.
He who is engaged in karma yoga, who is of pure nature, whose mind is controlled, senses subdued, and who is convinced that the Lord of all is also his Lord, is not affected by sin, though he may be performing actions.
Yoga yuktaha refers to the one who performs his work as yoga. If you perform the work without attachment, it becomes karma yoga. Work done as yoga will not bind you. Instead, it will release you from the tendencies. Self-knowledge can be attained even through karma yoga. A wise man ensures that he is not visible on the screen, but his work is visible. Now, we are in such a state that we want to be visible even without performing any work. Your work alone should purify your mind. When the mind is 100% purified, one does not need to crave jnana. Jnana itself will approach you. Tukaram was a bhakti yogi, and Gandhiji was a karma yogi. Gandhiji performed the work as yoga, and Tukaram's devotion became a yoga.
Vishuddhatma refers to the one with a pure heart. Try to purify yourselves. The body and mind have to be healthy for the sake of yoga. Daily, spend at least half an hour or an hour in solitude. You will become aware of your weaknesses only in solitude. Solitude is equivalent to scanning.
Even doing work is equivalent to scanning. You need not inquire regarding anyone's nature. Observe the work they do daily. Evaluate whether their work is selfless or to glorify their ego. If they work for the sake of God's grace, they will be purified automatically. When the mind is purified, whatever exists within your heart is reflected. If your mind is peaceful, your senses are unwavering, and your intellect is not excited, you can feel the touch of grace internally. You will clearly understand that even the hardships experienced in the past were bestowed only for your good and to bring about your transformation. Then, you will stop cursing God.
Sometimes, God ensures that you are rebuked by them for whom you earn and live. It is only to reduce your attachment to them. As long as there is attachment, you will not stop incurring sin. At the time of death, you will not remember God, but you will remember them with whom you are attached. Currently, you are bound. God alone forms the basis to raise you to a bondage-free state. Therefore, do not leave the feet of God irrespective of whether your conditions are favorable or not. Keep your faith until the last breath.
Vijitatma implies that your mind should be within your control. As you keep deepening within your heart, you will have a direct experience of one energy beyond your body, mind, and senses. You will experience the touch of God.
Jitendriyaha means that you should not act as directed by your senses. The senses should act as per your direction. The senses are our enemies. Senses don't refer to external enemies. They refer to internal enemies. Therefore, control the senses carefully.
Sarva Bhutatma implies viewing the same self within all. When one earns equanimity, it is equivalent to not doing the work despite doing the work. Even equanimity is equivalent to yoga. One with a balanced mind leaves the merit and demerit on this earth when he dies. He is only intelligent.
योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजितात्मा जितेन्द्रियः सर्वभूतात्मा भूतात्मा कुर्वन्नपि न लिप्यते योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजितात्मा जितेन्द्रियः सर्वभूत आत्मभूतात्मा कुर्वन्नपि न लिप्यते
न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफलसंयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते.
The ultimate consciousness or the Supreme Lord neither creates the doership of jivas, their activities, the union of such activities, and their resultant fruits. Everyone acts according to their nature.
The Lord said, "You get the feeling that I have done it, only due to your temperament and nature. But I have created neither the doership nor the actions nor relation of actions with their result. Everyone acts according to his nature. They are doing different kinds of activities. Your temperament is formed based only on your habits. You are doing those activities only according to your nature, but I have not directed you to do those activities. I am not even creating the arrogance of performing a particular work within you. You do these according to your nature and previous births' tendencies and impressions. All these have been created by you, and by nature. I am not related to them."
Therefore, you must change your nature or temperament and reduce the force of your habits. Why should you change them? Why should you perform good deeds? Why shouldn't you perform the forbidden acts? Why do you require mind control? All these regulations are necessary to attain God. You cannot reach God without discipline or a regulated life. He who performs the work without doership is intelligent.
Doership begets sorrow. You get sorrow due to the feeling of having accomplished a particular task. The sorrow can touch only if you work with doership. Sorrow cannot bind you if you work without ego. Observe if your thoughts are ego-based or not. You work only after getting ego. You will get ruined if your thoughts are ego-based. The mind cannot get introverted without possessing purity. Without attaining introversion, the mind cannot achieve the form of self. When the mind does not attain the form of self, it is impossible to gain self-knowledge. An egoless person will attain self-knowledge but not an egoistic one.
न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफलसंयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफल संयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते